Whenever, in whatever insight I have received on this, that is good, has come from God. And whatever I have said about this topic that is wrong came from me or came from the jinns.
Regardless of outcome.
We are all controlled by parasites. Not metaphorical parasites, actual archaeous mites. The key to getting rid of these parasites is to ingest silicon dioxide, the very thing in the do not eat packages. My name is Alex. In my early 20s, I began to suffer from neck pain. It was getting worse and worse. It was mainly affecting me at the tape of my neck, also my shoulder a little bit. I went to the doctors, and of course, they found nothing. They tried to tell me it was fibromyalgia, which is just another made-up disease. I got more questions than I had answers. I began to believe my problem was metaphysical. I had heard in my studies of Islamic eschatology that demons known as jinn tie knots in the body and focus specifically on the tape of the neck. It wasn't until one faithful day that I would eat a packet of do not eat silicon dioxide only to feel rejuvenated and begin to feel relief of my neck pain. After consuming several packets for a few days, I eventually began to feel the sensation of bugs crawling under my skin, and soon I developed a condition known as Morgellons disorder, where fibers of non-human origin began to come out of your body. I have the markings of one such exit wound right on my hand, and it's a classical example of the Morgellons. I'll show you here. I don't know if the folks at home can see that, but it is a genuine triangle, 3 dots. The Chinese character for parasites is the same as demons, and it also has 3 dots. In typical ancient Chinese medicine, this was called gu, and it's also the same word for black magic. The jinn in Islamic eschatology are often associated with black magic. Andrew Cross, a 1800s scientist and inventor, experimented with galvanizing silica or coating it with zinc. He ended up inspiring the novels by Mary Shelley about Frankenstein by seemingly creating archaeous mites out of thin air. In my opinion, what actually was happening was the silica, because of its piezoelectric magnetic properties, was causing the archaeous mites that are otherwise unseen and invisible to the naked eye to manifest out of their realm of darkness into our realm of light. In the Bible, the devil is described as having the head of a lion and the body of a snake. This description fits a certain type of parasite. Further examination of medical terminology sees the word jinn in many things, from pathogen to anti-jinn to gingivitis, and even words like goblin in hemoglobin. The shape of archaeous mites exactly matches the shape of the scab wounds I have all over my body. A good example right now is right here on my wrist. In a book taken out of the Bible about Solomon, there is a specific demon attached to each body part. The Nag Hammadi text goes on to tell us that the demons made us out of clay, and that's how they formed Adam and Eve out of his rib, respectively. And each demon had an archon associated with a body part that drains it of its energy. The same archaeous mite shape can be seen in wood. Those little black dots you see around the wood with the lines going all around them are the remnants of the archaeous mites. Archons. The word means ruler in Latin. After taking enough silica, I have undergone a transformation where I can now sense the demons. I can sense when they're entering and exiting my body. I can also relinquish their power with hands-on healing and remove them, just as Jesus removed demons with his fingertips. I recently let a mosquito bite me, only to remove the genies, or jinn, as they went down my blood vessels. Besides silica, one must train the mind to use hands-on healing, to sense energy, the different pushing and pulling, the absence of energy, the build-up, where energy is flowing, where it is not. Around the same time as nurturing the mind for all this, I recommend a meditation where you close your eyes and focus on the lights you see. With some degree of trial and error, you should be able to manipulate these lights to move at your will. I like to spin them around counterclockwise, clockwise, in different circles, make cubes out of them. Eventually, I'll see a grid and two pyramids, one coming from the top and one coming from the bottom, connecting at the vertex and spinning. Sometimes this will cause me to have an outer body experience. I feel that this light we see when we close our eyes are chi energy in the unseen realm, a realm of total darkness without form, as opposed to our realm of light and form. 5 years down the road of my discovery of silica, I am nearly free of neck pain. I have also reversed the symptoms for every disease or ailment I have encountered, using the methods of hands-on healing, grid realm meditation, and eating silica. I believe that the archons operate on a grid that affects everyone. When one person on the grid removes them, everyone feels relief in some type of way, as a collective consciousness or a social memory complex. The sign for Cancer is crab. The same sign was not known as crab in the Middle East, but as jinn in antiquity. I am making the argument that we are all inhabited by these archaeous mites, which are on some sort of a grid throughout all matter in this realm. And they are delivering our negative energy straight to the hands of the devil and his 72 minions and the minions that they have, using various tactics of geomancy, pharmaceuticals, which is also known as black magic. Whatever insight I have received on this that is good has come from God, and whatever I have said about this topic that is wrong came from me or came from the jinns. If we were to seriously consider all disease as the result of parasitic entities which operate like demons in the sense that they are unseen and able to go through matter in any direction and feed off our negativity, then we would be able to fight them on a realm-wide scale. Each person getting out genies would affect the total grid, and we might be able to live without sickness, and perhaps to the age of Noah and Adam, who died at 950 years old.
It's really a mystery where they learn them. And they let the devil or the evil spirits out of the children by puncturing their flesh in thousands of places with a piece of sharp clamshell. Practically all of the adults' bodies were literally covered with those scars.